And welcome to one and all, and thank you for tuning into this tutorial on item elevators. Yes, that's right, item elevators. Only in 1.9, mind you, only in 1.9. This is Snapshot 15W51B, if I remember rightly, just released before Christmas. And as we all know, in these current snapshots and looking forward to 1.9, the old traditional elevator where we use a water stream to get entities to move through blocks has now been changed. But here is 3 little designs that are 1.9 only. So let's go and have a look at some of these designs, and we can get on with these and continue looking forward to 1.9 release date, which we still don't know. But it can't be much longer, I'm hoping. Who knows, they're on to bug fixing mostly. But let's have a look. So here's the 3 little designs I've done. There is more I'm planning on doing, because the one thing about this update is there's a lot more creativity involved. And I think there would be a ton of designs. We got Snow Crash, who's done his Sea Pie, I think it's called. And then someone did an improvement on that. So, but these are going to be awesome, I think. And let's just remove this. This one doesn't even require water. There we go, see? Ships it up nice and no problems. 100% reliable. Only thing is with this one, it is slow. So this one is handy for your storage rooms. So if you was utilizing one of these. Otherwise, if you use the farm with this, it will get overrun, which is not good. So we'll let that one continue. Now we'll move on to this one. Now this is even more, well, this is simple. We use the water, but instead of going in the center where we have been using our item elevators, we go to the side. And here, I've just hooked up a simple EFO clock connected to the piston that pushes in. Again, 100% lossless. Here we go. So we're going to fire items. Here we are. And then eventually, there we go. So it sends it up in bulk. So with it being sent up in bulk like that, it just means this clock will just keep going, and it's all just going to go up in quick sessions. So here we go. Like so. Nice and handy. Now the only problem with the Evo clock is it's going to be running continuously. So let's look on to the last design. And if we click on here. There we go. Now this is a self-regulating one. There we go. Okay, it's rather noisy with all these pistons firing. But all this is doing, so the entity sets off the pressure pad, which then hooks up into here, and then it goes along with a slight delay so more entities can get there, and then this redstone torch activates the piston. The reason why I'm using the redstone torch is when there's no more entities left, I want this to actually be in its closed position, so that way if one gets through at the end, it's going to actually close it up and send it up. And then all we do, send that signal back round to this piston here, which then deactivates this. So these two here, perfect for your farms. This one, not good for farms, but be okay for storage rooms and possibly in tight spaces. If you're building up bedrock, say like you got your Guardian farm and you got your Guardian chute, and it's lower down, that would be fine for that because you can move the EFO clock above it. And this one again is not too complicated, and it's cheap as well. So it uses less piston, one less piston than that one. But I suppose all we gotta do now is get on with it. As you can see, look how quick those are. Amazing. Right. All I'm going to do here is we're going to turn this off before we go on to the first one. So the first one we're going to build is our little friend here. So all we need is these items here. That's how easy it is. So all we're going to do is we're going to use our dropper, and we are going to place our dropper here in the middle of our area, and then all we're going to do is build our little wall up. Cheap, wrong place. There we go, because then we're going to come off this in a second, and like so. And then here is going to be where our cobble fence is good, or cobble wall I should say is good, because it's got a larger surface area. And then we'll build our shaft around like so. And that is where our piston is going to go in there. We'll just only put a little bit of glass in here, because that's basically where the chute then goes up. So that's all you have to do for that bit. And you just go up. You don't have to use glass. Any blocks will do. It acts as a normal one from there on. And then all we're going to do here is we are going to put our piston in like so, with our block like that. And then behind it we're going to put two blocks there, so when we do our redstone current out here, it's going to work. Now what we're going to do is put this on 4 ticks, this piston here, and we're also going to put one back this way on 4 ticks. Now this has got to be a slower clock, you see, because otherwise if we run it too fast, this piston is going to fire when the dropper is firing an entity and the entity hasn't had time to settle, and it's just going to fire out in all random directions. So then all we're going to do down here is we're going to just put our block here next to the dropper, and then with a repeater going into it, and 2 bits of redstone. So that is our sensing circuit. But now what we got to do is we have just to hook up our dropper that goes in. So then it's just a simple 2 repeaters here. Again, 4 ticks on both, and then this item should now work. And we'll just do a few items in there just to test it. There we go. And as you can see, pops them out the top. So that one is now sorted. So that is how easy that one is. Okay, let's have a look at this second one now. So all we're going to do here is we'll go to our crate. This is all we need, not a lot again. It's very simple. And we're going to put our block here with our cobble on. And then we're going to just surround our cobble again. Only a U shape this time. And you can come out one longer on that side. And we bring it here, because that one there is going to be the piston that's going to drive it into the side of there, and we're going to need to get rid of that. We'll put some ice down just to speed up the water flow, like so, and we'll just put some glass here because it's only for demonstrations for this bit, and put 2 blocks there as well just to make sure no water gets through, and the water just simply goes in here. So your water stream comes in here like so, and then on the side here all we're going to do is put we'll just break that and we'll do that like so, and then underneath all we're going to do is we're just going to set up our EFO clock. So most of us or all of us nowadays pretty much know how to set up one of these, and basically 2 pistons like that, redstone block in the middle. We're going to have a hopper here and a hopper going into here like so. Break this hopper so it breaks that one and goes into a loop like that. Then what we need to do is a comparator coming off these items like so, and that needs to run into a block, and that needs to go there like that, and again on this side like so. And all we're doing, put a dollop of redstone there and a dollop of redstone there, and all we need to do then is put some items in our clock just to get our clock going. So we put 16 in on this case. You can tailor make it to however many blocks you want in there, and it doesn't really matter because the clock is just going to keep on going regardless of how many items you put in there. There we are. So that's our shaft going up. So all we're going to do now, just to test this theory, is we're just going to drop these items in there, and as we can see, the piston is firing when this is engaged, opens up, and then in a second, all it's going to do is it's going to fire it across, like so, and works. Okay, now on to the third one and the last one. Now this one's handy because when the last item goes across, it turns off, so it's not running constantly. So let's start with our column at the back here. Again, we're just going to do our U shape like that, and then we'll leave this block here. Well, we'll put the piston in. So block there, piston on top of there, and then quartz there, and then a block there like so. Now what we need to do is put our ice in. This will be our little trail of ice leading out, and then we'll put in our temporary glass shaft like so. Again, it doesn't have to be glass, it can be any block you want it to be. And then we'll bring this along to enclose our water. There we are. Now what we want to do is make sure we come 2 away from the edge of our glass elevator. We're going to place a wooden pressure plate It has to be wooden pressure plate because if I remember rightly now, stone pressure plates do not pick up on entities. So like that, we'll put our water stream in there, so the water's going to push all the items down. Again, a water stream there to go. You don't even have to with these actually had the kink, because with the previous glass elevators you had to have the turn to push them up against the edge, but now you don't have to because the piston's actually going to force them into it. So then what we're going to do now is we need our repeater, we need a redstone torch, and our slime block. So all we're going to do now, coming off the edge here, is we're going to have to cut that out a second. And coming out of this block here, put it on 4 ticks. If you put it on less than 4 ticks, what can happen is it can turn off before another item goes across, but at least this is the way it's going to keep flowing. So then all we're going to want this to do is go into a solid block, and then a slime block, like so, and then the slime block needs a piston behind it, like that. And then all we're going to do is 2 repeaters coming off here, like so, and then another block. Now on this block we're going to put a repeater, and then we're just going to put another repeater going into the back of here, again on 4 ticks, and like that. So that should be everything correct. I'm just going to remove those because for obvious reasons. Now if I chuck in some items, we should see it should throw. There we go, like so. And again, it is at the top. So now all that's left of today, guys, is go have fun with this. There is many combinations, absolutely lots of combinations. I'm actually having fun with them right now. I'm still designing random stuff, and next I believe I'm gonna release another tutorial. Oh, this one is a buggy tutorial, but it is quite comical. But other than that, guys, thank you very much for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.